At Imber Pools, we get a lot of inquiries about what is it, the difference between a gunite pool and a fiberglass pool. That's a common question. And over the many decades of the pool industry, the fiberglass pools have come into their own in the sense that they're becoming more and more popular. Many years ago, the product wasn't a very high quality product, and consequently, over time, people had a bad feeling about fiberglass pools. Well, technology, like everything else in the world, has changed that perspective, because now people who are choosing fiberglass pools, if they are choosing from a top line fiberglass manufacturer, there's a lot of advantages to fiberglass pools. So I want to talk a little bit about the pros and cons. There's a pro and con of every decision we make, even if the only con might be price. In this particular case, fiberglass pools have an advantage in that they generally are a lower cost figure for a project than a gunite pool. So why would you choose a fiberglass pool over a gunite pool outside of the cost factor? Well, one of the things that's really a great feature of a fiberglass pool is the surface is non-porous. So consequently, the chemical costs are a fraction of that of a cementitious pool, where a plastered pool would have porosity that tends to grow algae and requires more chemicals to treat that pool. So in a fiberglass situation with a non-porous surface, we have very low maintenance. Algae doesn't stick to it well. It's something where if you want a minimal maintenance project, fiberglass is a good bet for that. So unless you have a design you want that doesn't fit the molds that the manufacturers are creating for fiberglass pools, then fiberglass might be the way to go in this particular instance. Now, there is a limitation on the size with a fiberglass pool because they are transported on public transportation through a semi-tractor trailer. So it cannot exceed certain lengths or certain widths because they have to get under bridges and that sort of thing. But unless that is an issue about the project you want, fiberglass pools is a pretty good option for you. Another advantage to fiberglass pools is the construction time from the day that we dig to the time that we're turning the pool over to you as a customer is much shorter. And I don't mean days, I mean months. Concrete construction does take a lot longer to create that project, very labor intensive. So advantages, just to reiterate with fiberglass pools, project timelines are shorter, maintenance is very low, and the warranties on fiberglass pools are lifetime for any major, defect in the shell. Concrete pools normally carry 12 months. So it's a big advantage for people who like the security of having warranties that go into the future at some particular length. Fiberglass pools also are very smooth on the feet. You don't have abrasions on your feet from playing soccer or whatever, volleyball in the pool. And people like the surface and the feel of fiberglass. And fiberglass does come in multiple different colors. So you can pick the type of color that you would like to have your swimming pool be. So the consensus here is that fiberglass is really, for many people, a good option to do. I encourage you to go on the website here that you're seeing and reach out to us and let us know if we might be able to come by. We do a free site survey. It doesn't cost you anything for us to come out and look at the access to your property, and the grade of the land is very important. We do all of that at no cost. And then after we come to a conclusion of what you would like to see, we would create a 3D rendering of what that project would look like. And that's something that you can really see into the future as to what you ultimately will end up with.